So I have an idea. How about we start actually locking kids up instead of just letting them roam free and continue to commit crime after crime? The story that's got me thinking about this today, there's a couple. The first thing, I saw this headline. I'm going to try to put it up right over here. A couple weeks ago, there were 3 kids driving a stolen Hyundai. I believe they crashed the car into a house. They were doing like 80 miles an hour when they did this. At least one of the kids died. I thought maybe 2 of the kids died. The third was seriously injured. Well, the headline that I saw today, which is right up here, says that the one kid who didn't die in that crash was also in a crash today, driving a stolen Hyundai, and I believe he crashed into a garbage truck. There's been a lot of stuff in the media in the last year or two about juveniles committing crimes and what is the best way to handle those. It was kind of funny because there's a juvenile judge or magistrate, I don't know exactly what she's called. Her name is Kim Brown. She's an idiot, and she was, I don't know, she was interviewed. What was the thing? I know what it was. Bunch of suburb police departments surrounding the Columbus area. I think it was like Whitehall, Reynoldsburg, and I don't know who else was there. But the police chiefs came out and had this press conference. The Columbus police chief was not there because the mayor of Columbus has complete control over the Columbus police chief and would not allow the chief at the time to go make such a statement. But they all had this press conference where they said, listen, we are having a tremendous spike in crime being caused by juveniles, and the reason for this is because we can hook these kids and put all kinds of charges and everything on them, but the juvenile courts don't do a damn thing about it. This is very much true. I have experience with this. There have been juveniles that I've arrested multiple times in like a 2-week period in stolen cars, and they are basically released to their parents before I even get back on my precinct. This juvenile judge or magistrate, Kim Brown, gave, well, she was interviewed by the media after this press conference, and she said that the words of these police chiefs were nothing but propaganda, or she said it's propaganda that the juvenile court system is just a revolving door. I believe those were her exact words. Well, here we have a situation where this kid was involved in a crash in a stolen car less than 2 weeks ago, where at least one of his friends died. He was still wearing a back brace when he was in this crash today. This is not freaking propaganda. This is the real world, and people need to wake up or we're going to be in a lot more trouble. Another story that I would like to talk kind of about this, I was thinking about this the other day, is I got called to a house to take a missing persons report on a 12-year-old girl. This 12-year-old girl has gone missing or run away from home probably 20 times in the last year or so. Her mom is incredibly frustrated and doesn't know what to do. She tells me that this girl just doesn't listen to what she's being told. She's supposed to be in counseling. When they go to the behavioral health center for an evaluation, they just give her some medication and send her home. When they go to the court for some kind of mediation, mom is trying to get her into, like, we call it the Buckeye Ranch, is like a special alternative school and housing for delinquent children. There's things through children's services, all this stuff. When the daughter goes to court, mom says she knows exactly what to say to snow these people over, and they buy it hook, line, and sinker. And then the mom told me, you know, she's out here running around with these Kia boys, this 12-year-old girl, and she also told me that she found out her daughter has been having sex, which is not a good thing. At least I don't think it's appropriate for 12-year-olds to be doing that kind of stuff. But mom is incredibly frustrated because this girl sneaks out and goes out with these Kia boys. The Kia boys, everybody knows, are these juveniles that are out stealing Kias and Hyundais. the thing that I was talking to the mom about that is most frustrating to me is, you know, this talk that if we take these kids and we lock them up, that we're going to ruin their lives. I'm sorry, but they're ruining their own lives by us not locking them up. And the other thing that's happening is that when they're out running the streets, they're continuing to have influence and they're ruining the lives of even more kids. So, I mean, if, you know, I hear about police officers all the time and about how one rotten apple ruins the whole bunch. What about these kids? I mean, we have these kids out here that it's not just that there's one rotten one that makes them all look bad. It's no, there's a couple of rotten ones and they're influencing and encouraging a whole lot more. They're multiplying and they're making our society much more dangerous. Not only are single moms waking up and realizing that their car is stolen, so they don't know how to get their kids to school, but these cars are being driven at high rates of speed through city streets and they're causing accidents and they're literally harming members of the public. This type of thing can be stopped if we lock these kids up and take them off the street. The politicians are always saying, oh, we need a all hands on deck approach. Well, when they say all hands on deck approach, what they mean is that we need some after school programs and we need some soccer leagues. They completely take the police, law enforcement, and correctional stuff out of the program. I am all for additional after school programs, soccer leagues, football leagues, sports. I'm 100% for that. Rec centers. I love to see that stuff because there are kids in these inner cities. I didn't grow up in the inner city, but I grew up dirt poor. I was just telling one of my buddies a story about when I was a kid and my little brother and I saved up money that we had earned from picking strawberries to go see a movie. I don't remember what the movie was, but we had enough money for our tickets. I bought the soda. My brother bought the popcorn. I remember that I somehow spilled this popcorn that my brother had bought, and to this day it haunts me. That's how poor we were. So I understand what it's like, and I understand that these kids don't have opportunities. I am all for giving kids opportunities to do things, especially because we have created a society where we have disincentivized having two-parent homes. So unfortunately, rec leagues, you know, soccer tournaments, all this other kind of stuff, that's kind of an important part of what we can do as a society to help our youth. The other thing that we need to do is we need to do the other half of the equation and take these rotten apples and separate them from these good kids. Give the good kids, the ones who would generally be affected by these rec leagues and after school programs and all that, give them the opportunity to succeed because they're not going to be spoiled by these other ones. Until we start doing that, our society is not going to improve. It's going to continue to get worse. And I don't know. It's just unfortunate. Makes me sad. So those are my thoughts for today. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon.